A hidden sniper traps publicist Stu Shepard in a payphone, and his first command removes the safest option: do not hang up. Minutes earlier, someone sent Stu a pizza with a warning that he could turn away but never make this disappear. Stu uses this booth at the same time every day to call Pam, an actress he is pursuing behind his wife Kelly's back. After Stu ends his private call, the payphone rings. He answers even though the call can only be meant for him. The stranger mentions the rejected pizza, confirming that he arranged the delivery and was already monitoring Stu before the phone rang. He describes Stu's exact clothing from somewhere above the street, proving this is live surveillance rather than a recorded prank. Stu tests the claim by moving without warning. The caller identifies his head scratch immediately, removing any doubt that he is watching. When Stu still tries to leave, the caller names his wife Kelly after already identifying Pam and Stu's home address. Stu attempts an automatic callback, but the system cannot identify the number. The caller can reach the booth without exposing his line. The caller has also recorded every digit Stu pressed. He now has Pam's number and starts calling her while Stu can only listen. The caller takes over Pam's line and exposes Stu's marriage before Stu can control what either woman hears. He knows Kelly's speed dial button and orders Stu to call his wife, turning surveillance into a forced confession. Stu dodges the confession and warns Kelly about the caller, leaving his secret available as continuing leverage. When Stu says he is ending the caller finally states the rule plainly: hanging up will get him killed. The caller describes a telescopic sight mounted on a rifle, revealing how he has watched Stu without approaching the booth. He fires a suppressed shot into the street, proving the rifle is real while panic begins around Stu. Later, Leon tries to force Stu off the phone while the caller offers to stop him, creating a deadly forced choice. Stu says yes only to confirm he can hear, but the caller treats that word as permission and shoots Leon. The nearby women blame Stu and report a handgun, giving police a visible suspect while the real shooter stays hidden. As police close in, Stu realizes running would require hanging up, the exact action the caller has threatened to punish. Stu secretly reaches an emergency operator, but the caller hears the attempt and wounds him with another suppressed shot. As police arrive, the caller orders Stu to look at his chest and reminds him the rifle is already aimed there. Tourists film the standoff, so police hesitate to fire unless Stu makes a move that appears hostile. Police order Stu to drop the receiver and raise his hands, but hanging up would invite the sniper's shot. The caller makes Stu reject every command, and police interpret his forced defiance as an attempt to provoke gunfire. Captain Ed Ramy puts down his weapon and approaches alone, hoping calm conversation can bring Stu outside safely. When Ramy asks who killed Leon, the caller forbids the truth, forcing Stu to deny his only believable explanation. The caller makes Stu order Ramy backward, keeping the captain away while making Stu appear less cooperative. The caller threatens to shoot Ramy unless Stu asks a humiliating personal question, forcing the captain to retreat. As Ramy's team starts tracing the caller, Stu's cell rings in his pocket, but reaching for it could trigger police gunfire. Stu realizes the caller is ringing his cell, hoping police will mistake a reach into his pocket for drawing a gun. When Kelly reaches the perimeter, Stu denies she is his wife, trying to push her away from the sniper's sightline. The caller describes watching Kelly and cocks the rifle, forcing Stu to keep talking if he wants her protected. Police confirm the phone line cannot be traced, leaving Ramy without the caller's location as officers prepare to move. Stu publicly admits he called Pam every day and wanted an affair, but the caller breaks his promise to release them. After the caller hangs up, Stu steps out to surrender, but the payphone rings again and pulls him back into danger. Watching Stu return to the phone convinces Ramy that someone else is controlling him, so police search the surrounding windows. After revealing a handgun hidden above the booth, the caller names a nearby window as his position, then admits it is a decoy. Pam arrives at the perimeter and the caller orders Stu to choose whether Pam or Kelly will be shot in his place. Stu refuses to choose between Kelly and Pam, but when he kneels for his wedding ring, police mistake it for a possible weapon. Kelly reveals that the caller phoned her store earlier, giving Ramy a separate call record that may expose his location. Ramy quietly directs sharpshooters toward the surrounding windows, then approaches Stu to buy the search team more time. The caller orders Stu to expose the planted gun, knowing police could interpret the movement as an attack and fire. After admitting his whole image is fake, Stu tells Kelly he removes his wedding ring before calling Pam. Kelly's earlier call leads police to room 604 at the Barclay Hotel, their first apparent location for the sniper. As officers close on the hotel room, the caller threatens Kelly, so Stu leaves the booth and offers his own life instead. Police stop Stu with a rubber bullet, but room 604 contains the dying pizza deliveryman, planted as the caller's decoy. The real caller approaches Stu unseen, confirms the decoy and promises another call if Stu ever returns to lying.